y'all. Hey, how y'all doing? How are y'all doing? Welcome back. Welcome back. Well, I should say I'm glad to be back. But y'all, hey, y'all know I'm just moving. I'm trying to get situated and stuff like that. Everything is new and fresh. So, I'm doing a lot around the house and trying to get, hey, we handling self, okay? But guys, I'm glad to see y'all back, and I'm still here, but I gotta take this thing as it comes. And y'all, it really ain't been nothing out there. It really ain't. Don't think that I ain't went and looked, but I have been busy behind the scenes and stuff. But guys, don't forget, if you're new to my channel, thank you for being here. I hope that you like what you hear today. And if you do, if you could do me a favor, just hit that like button. And if you like it enough and think that you might want to come back and see more, hit that subscribe button. It's free, okay? But with that being said, I got a Viewer's Choice Fridays, and it's coming up. I already posted the post. Community post, guys. You got to go to the community post. Check it out there. Put your request, and remember, it has to do with something in the news. I have to see an article, okay? Because we only cover viral stories and headlines, stuff like that, what the buzz is about. And if you see something like that and nobody's talking about it and it needs to be talked about, come on, put it in request for Viewers Choice Fridays. I mean, I'm not going to shout you out unless you want to be, but, come on. I had success starting the first week, last week. It was a great news story. So, try it out. It's like I'm not going to say no because it's viewer's choice. And if you're the only one there, then guess what? That's the only one we're covering. Just as long as it's somewhere in the headlines, or not even just in the news, or, short news, something, okay? Like that. But guys, we do have a story that we need to be covering. And I seen this story when it happened, but I just kept going because it's every day. We see this stuff every day, and it's sad. And this time I had to stop because I'm like, okay, well, this is kind of close to home, out of Oklahoma. And this is in regards to Lindsay Candy and her family. And, I'm sitting here. I already know what we're going to talk about, got that today. And I'm just like, what is this really about? And I already felt like I knew somebody wanting out. And it's hard to leave. And enough is enough. Fed up. I just want out. I just want to be happy. And I was just sitting here listening to my music, honey, before we got started. I just shut it off. But I'm like, so I just need to know what really is it here? Because that's what I was thinking just, when I came across the news story again, like, it's the same story over and over. So again, I asked, what is it really about? What is this really about? My news playing, my music playing in the background, in the song that came on, which I already knew. I just want to be happy. That's how the beginning of it goes. I just want to be happy. It just keeps repeating. And I'm like, I get it. I get it. I get it. Not even knowing, I done heard the song a lot of times, but forgot that's how it starts off in the beginning. But of course, messages come to me in different ways. And that's what it is, because I already knew that's what it is. This is a woman, and I just keep going to that picture of that big, beautiful smile. She wants to be happy. And it's a lot of chaos in that home. A lot. So, guys, this is a story out of Oklahoma, a family, Lindsay, Candy, and her children, which the father, okay, I can't even remember his name, and I don't care to remember his name, but her husband decided to take it upon himself and in her life, and I believe 3 other children of theirs, leaving 1 behind. So the question is, what took place? Because they know that there was some type of altercation that took place inside of this home. And as you will see in the news story here that I'm about to show you, there were never any calls to the home. But guys, I have to make you aware, and I guess it's almost time for me to talk about these energies, the different energies that I experienced them. I can't, and I'm not going to talk about them here. I do all of that, on my live stream, because we save this for strictly the news and the headlines and the viral stories and stuff. But I'm just going to give you this. I experienced different energies and stuff. And just coming, and I have to call it what it is, during the Passover, I experienced heightened energies from both sides, where people were swaying, probably not understanding what they were feeling, but those energies were heightened. I experienced those for myself. If you want to know more, you can follow me over to Bigo, because I'm going to talk about that, because I believe it's time for me to start talking about that, because I believe that this man went manic during that time. There was the rise, and now the fall, and a lot of people, and I'm noticing this, during the time of the rise, the Passover taking place, a lot of energies were so heightened. You got people, and I couldn't understand it. People talk, like really talking about God and Jesus and promoting like as they should. But it was coming from the weirdest of people, is what I'm trying to say. So during this surge, is what I'm going to call it, it's some energies that was going on. People wasn't able to adapt to it. And this left some people still feeling unsure of what it is that they was feeling. I got this from him. In the news story, they mentioned no signs of nothing, and I'm sure, they couldn't have lived in the woods alone. So I'm sure they had neighbors that probably knew that they were fighting, and then all the kids running around and somebody saying something. So given, and we're going to get to the cards, but of course, how, we are guided into our drawing. The first that I see is awakening at the bottom. And to see that child has to be stuck here with that, he's going to carry on totally different. That's what I get, because this is that young child's awakening from everything else that he's seen throughout the family. I know it is, because I was drawn. That's him, the child left behind with the guidance overhead. And to use this story like this, I can't keep saying it enough. God knows what he's doing. And even reading up on this story, I just thought about Noah's Ark. And y'all know, well, if you follow me on Bigo, you know that we've been talking about Noah's Ark. Okay? And also, if you are not following me on Bigo and you're interested in the Bible, you don't understand it and it's just too much to understand, well, today is Bible study. And I have Bible studies on Wednesdays on Bigo. And these Bible studies, they can't be stopped unless I just choose not to do them or something comes up and I can't. But can't nobody stop these, okay? So if you want to know more about the Bible and we are breaking it down, if you feel like you've missed out, no, because we're in the first book and we're moving into chapter 7. It's Genesis chapter 7. So look, and we only cover a chapter a week. So come on over there. Get into it. It's fun. I enjoy doing it. And we spend all the time that we need, even though I try not to go too long because I wanted to register with y'all first and, you know, let y'all think about what we just discussed, because we can make it a discussion, but I just got listeners right now, okay? All right. So, guys, we are going to get into this, and I do have my cards here, and we do want to know more about what's going on. But first, I want y'all to just go ahead and watch this, okay? And I'll be back.
Thank you guys for coming. I'm Master Sergeant Gary Knight. I appreciate you coming out here today. We're going to talk a little bit about the quadruple homicide that took place yesterday in far west Oklahoma City. It was about 9:35 when police received a 911 call from a 10-year-old inside the residence indicating that everyone inside the house appeared to be dead. Officers responded to the scene. They found the young man out front. They went inside the house trying to verify what they were told and to see if there were any victims that they could save. Once inside the house, officers found 5 people deceased. At that point, once they realized that the 5 were beyond saving, they checked to make sure there was nobody else in the home, nobody else was there. They backed out. At that point, we have to apply for a warrant to go in and process the scene. That went on throughout much of the day yesterday. We talked to neighbors, talked to everyone else that could be involved, family, friends. Investigators determined that sometime overnight, the husband and father in the home, Jonathan Candy, became involved in an altercation with his wife, Lindsay. At some point, he armed himself with a gun. He shot her multiple times, killing her. At that point, he systematically went through the home, shooting and killing their children. All of the children belonged to them. There was one child, the one that called 911, that was found unharmed. We don't know why he was left unharmed. I know that's a question everybody has. That's a question we have too. In the end, nobody's ever going to know the answer to that. It's unclear what made him want to go through the home, killing the children. But make no mistake about it, what happened in that residence was nothing short of a massacre. Those children were hunted down and killed after the woman was killed. The child was placed with relatives, with a relative to take care of him. It was a horrible thing for everybody, the officers who were there, for the people who heard about it, for the investigators and crime scene analysts who had to go inside. And it was certainly most horrible for the young man who woke up and found the carnage in that home. We have no calls to that residence regarding any type of domestic abuse. We have no history from them in our system showing any type of domestic problems being reported to us. So that's something that we're going to talk to friends and family and see if they may know something. But we are not aware of any domestic cases involving those two. I know you guys and I know the public has a lot of questions. for what it's worth, we have a lot of questions. And unfortunately, most of those are going to go unanswered.
Okay, guys, so you saw what was going on there, and it's a lot, you know, for a 10-year-old boy. You know, he's a teenager, so he's the one that called. Like, that's a lot. And I'm glad, you know, they said that he's with the family that's going to take good care of him, and I really hope that's the case. I really do, because, you know, I know that a lot of support is going to come from this. And I just hope that that family is in a position to where they don't need to do wrong by this child at all. I really hope that's how they're setting it up. I really do. Okay, so right now we are going to get into the cards and see what they have to tell us. And I'm just gonna light some more sage, because this is a lot. This is, you know, I'm just really thinking about the child. I am, and what he had to endure there. The discovery. Yeah, I'm sending all of my energies and prayers and the strength that he's gonna need my way. Keep me plenished, but send it his way, because he's gonna need this throughout his life, y'all. Throughout the rest of his life. But God knows what he's doing. He might even have a story to tell later on. And I'm sure, you know, some people are going to probe him about what's going on in this household. But I see this as I don't see, you know, in the images that I'm getting, I don't see anything disturbing. I don't even, you know, I do see that he may be controlling. And he's controlling. Okay, I get that. But, you know, I think she's tired of his controlling ways. You know, to make the family look whole and complete, even though it looked at and it was that he was controlling and she wanted more control and more say-so in what was going on, is what I'm getting. Okay, so we got our sage going. I'm going to just move these around a tad bit. Okay. Just to shuffle. And then we just want to know what's going on here with, we do have a question, because the question in the news is the motive. First, we want to know that. But another question is why? You know, these are his children. Why did he leave the youngest? And I got that, you know, he saw him as the most innocent. Before he could learn from the other children that probably was, you know, we're not going to talk about the kids, but I just got that it was a lot going on in that household. Hard for mom to grasp, and then dealing, you know, trying to gain control. It was like a tug of war. Okay, so we're just going to let the cards talk. Okay, all right. Congestive heart failure. So I just got that immediately. Unbiased. I'm wondering if he was a smoker, because I just got smoker. Drug overdose. So I'm getting, not the overdose to where he, you know, but I'm getting drugs, smoker, drugs of some sort, but to the point to where he didn't overdose and unalive from it. He did too much of it. I told y'all. And did we not just have a full moon that I missed? Because, honey, I'm sure I was in. I'm sure I was in. Okay. Warehouse work of some sort. Maintaining the struggle, keeping my head afloat, going with the, and you know, trying to control her, and he's struggling on the outside, but bringing all of this towards his wife and his family, and it's causing a lot. God's favor, the wife. Embarrassed. He's embarrassed. Failures. I got failures. You know, see, that's what I be teaching over there on B-Dog. Failures comes with life. And I'm sorry, but I got to keep it honest. You know, if he's here or not, I'm gathering that he's here for some reason. Because he don't come across as a bad man. He don't. He don't. Not that I don't feel that, guys. And I usually, you know, could feel, and no, not even looking in it, but trying to keep control and maintain things, because yes, that's what I be teaching. We're at the end of a cycle. It's still fresh and brand new because we're really in the beginning, but ending the cycle and coming into the new, each one of them, the end and the beginning, okay. But we're starting over fresh, everything's fresh. The end of the cycle, it gets difficult at the end. That's where you feel it the hardest. Trust and believe, I know. Trust and believe me. And those that be feeling the pressures can't take it. And this is what they do. That's why I say you got to get God in your life. You got to. Because when you can't deal with it, that's where he steps in and take over. Even if it leaves you crawled up in the baby and fetal position in the bed. And I'm thinking of a baby, but in like a baby. In the bed for days, he got you covered. That ain't never me, honey. Because I know what's going on. You got to learn how to keep pushing through. Regardless, you know, I'm getting probably lost this job or something happened. I don't know. But that's just where they taking me. Let's go on and continue. But guys, you cannot do this, and don't take it out on the family. Why would you want to bring your stress to your spouse, towards your children? Why do this? And that just lets you know the level of protection in this home with all of them. Even though she was divine, she wasn't divine enough for God to acknowledge. So guess what? They're all looked at as karmic, because she would have been protected. It would have been maybe a flesh wound or something, or, you know, God would have been there. And she would have been coming out surviving this thing. Like that. Okay? So we just going to pull a few more of these witness tampering. I just got the cops. And where it took me to them in blue, like the family, but they're all in blue. No mother-daughter bond established. See, and then, you know, she looks like a young mother. And then she has a child, a daughter, I believe. I'm trying to tell y'all, do right by your children. Do right by them. Because none of mine's. And I'm going to keep saying it. none of mine can ever say that I didn't try. Okay? They can say what they want, but they'll never tell you I didn't try up until this very last. They can't come towards me no more. Never. I've learned my lesson. But let's get back to this. No mother bond. And honey, that is definitely the generational curse. It sure is. Because that's what Satan is trying to stop. He trying to stop that. And I guess this is how it go, because, you know, you can call me what you want. But after dealing, when I say, you know, she got a young daughter. Hers are teenagers. All of her children, teenagers. And to see that card, no mother-daughter bond. And to know what's going, I keep saying this chaos all in this family. But God ain't thorough. And what I keep telling y'all, he taking out the karmic, honey. And if y'all don't know what that is, it's that none other than those that don't want to do right by him and his children especially. These mothers raising children, steering them in the wrong direction. And just because her smile is beautiful, I'm not going to leave her like at the boat, because she's an example of a karmic mother. God is starting this thing all over. And the innocence that was seen was in that 10-year-old boy that was left behind. Y'all got to understand how God moves, honey. And it's the flesh that y'all paying attention to. I pay attention to the energies. God tired of this. He tired. He been tired. And now he finna show y'all that he tired. Okay? But no. I don't have, you know, I have one. And I'm gonna make sure that it be known, honey. The only one that can get my support is the one that lives here with me. Because I tried with the others, and according to them, I failed. So we're going to leave it like that, because I want to continue enjoying my happy life without that stress that it brought. Okay? We're going to continue on, because guess what I'm doing? I seem to be moving forward, y'all. I seem to be moving forward. While he want everybody to be doing that, either we get stuck in our ways or he taking us out. Which one you gonna do? All right. Climate change. Didn't we just talk about the energies in the very beginning? Didn't we just talk about those energies? Because it's time to do just this. Move around and move on. Stop staying there. Extreme overweight, health at risk. Okay, so we got congestive heart failure. Yeah, okay. So you mean to tell me, because he's suffering, he wants his, this is just what I got. He wants his entire family to suffer. Child, these people is selfish, but God knows what he's doing. He is old enough to be her father or grandfather. She looks pretty young up against him. Evidence was collected from the crime scene that will be used to convict. Convict who? We don't never read everything, guys, but he's being convicted spiritually. Biased. I just got God's conviction. He ain't coach of some sort. I can get that. Football, maybe? Football? His boys play football? He coaches boys in playing football? Financial loss. See? You gotta suffer through it. Someone is stalking you, watching people. Personal information, license, identification cards. Home funeral staff. I am being touched inappropriately at home. No. He's abusive. He's abusive. Maybe a lot of slapping going on. Sleep apnea, that's him. Didn't get on the bus after school. I think that's the spirits trying to be funny and humorous. Because what I got was like riding a short bus. For real. I mean, that's just what I got. I'm sorry. I don't mean it, but that's just, and they can be, but that would inquire for me. You know, that would be my question. Like, what is mental illness? And that's the closest thing that would, you know, resonate for me. They know how to do this. Coins. So the two of coins came out. We're not going to use, yeah, and the Emperor in reverse. You know, he probably lost his job or something and is taking it out on the family. But we're not going to do that. We're not, I'm going to do you know, they always show me, guys. They always talking, ready to talk and speak. But I don't, you know, yeah, he's probably around, probably, in limbo, not, well, in between, like that. I say limbo, but in between, still, you know, because that's how it goes. The dude is not a bad dude. He's somewhat of a narcissist, but not to the level that y'all will consider narcissists. Give him a level, because all narcissists, honey, some of them can be like a roaring lion. Some of them can just be, you know, that manipulative person. Just know how to manipulate situations like that. That includes loving on you, slapping you around a little bit, grabbing you, talking about, oh, come here, I'm sorry, I didn't know what to do it. Come here, babe, I'm sorry about that. And then doing it again, and, you know, it goes on like that. So you have your different level of narcissism, you know, okay? And one thing, you know, if you want to understand the narcissist is all about self. It's all about them. So just know that it's levels to this thing. We have to be about self. We got to be, in order to know who we are. But the extreme of self, that's where your narcissist play a role. If you want to, you know, give it a level, because we got to be about self, guys. You got to be in tune with yourself. You got to love on yourself. You got to care about you first before you can care about anybody else, even your children. So you got to be about self. It's just the level of it. And his probably wasn't at that heightened level of what y'all consider narcissistic people. Okay? So look at it like that. Because if you're gonna use that word, really all of us are narcissists. It's just the level of them. Because honey, I love me. Baby, I'm gonna talk about me all day, every day. Because I love me and I love what God made me to be. And that's what they mad and hating about. Because they can't be like me. You better get on up out of here. Scram. Okay? Now, let's see what's going on with Lindsay Candy. And, of course, the question is, you know, what took place? What happened? And why did he leave the youngest behind to witness this? We want to understand that. And I'm just asking for guidance in order to understand. Because this still, regardless of the situation, is still tragic. And should nobody have to go like this. And I just even hate that they use that word haunted. The dad hunted his family. Like, we got the chariot in reverse, guys. Yeah. You know, while he trying to, like I said, y'all, he was trying to steer this family in the right direction by cracking the whip. You can't do that. So he pretty much depleted his own energy and he couldn't take it no more. He probably was. I'm sure he was doing some type of drug that pushed him over the edge. Girl. Look. That's him and the family. And then it was probably 2 kids that he couldn't really get a real good grasp on because them 2 was the ones that was back and forth. Mom, Dad said, you know, causing the fights. But child. That's him, though. Don't that look like him? See, and she came out sideways. Her and see, no motherly bond. And that's the 6 of Cups. See? It came out sideways. No motherly bond. And then look at, see, even on the back is talking. But look. Not enough time with the baby girl. And the baby girl was running in following her brothers. And I just got to put it like I see it. Them kids was bad. They were bad. I'm sorry, but they were bad. The Tower in reverse. Look. Somebody hot, but they were bad. Neither one of them had control. This is sad. And he was trying, but you know, everything that was going on at work, you know, and stuff, and then he was having to bring it home, and then that chaos and all, y'all, it was a lot. It was a lot for him, and he took it out on his family in the worst way. Swords, 5 of Swords in reverse. And for some reason, I'm getting that, you know, with her, it's like he was really trying to control her being a mother. More of a mother, let's say. But she was always wanting to do other things. Like, I'm getting, you know, she was always on the go. But without the kids, though. Not always with the kids. Want to do a lot. They did stuff with the kids, but, and this fell right on, yeah. Oh, the High Priestess. upside down. I see it upside down. See? Yeah. And it's with a child. I don't think... They had all boys and a girl, from what I can see. And he was stressed about her bonding with the daughter more. Oh, gosh. That's what I'm getting. This is his frustrations or his reasoning. The wheel in reverse. Oh, Lord have mercy. This was premeditated. I just seen him loading the gun. Yeah. Oh, yeah. My cards like to show me so much. I'm trying to see if it's showing me that sleeping child. But it shows me so much more. The burden that this child is going to have to bear. Wow. Look, y'all. Knowing that his father did this, the burden that he's going to have to carry on his shoulder. Ooh-wee. But in knowing that, what I told y'all before, he's going to pick up, baby, he's walking with God. Look at this. Look at the man that he's carrying in the form of it in the cross, guys. This is my revival art deck. That is something, honey. That's God's work right there in the making. That's what that is. I'm telling you. And as you see, as he carry him, he looks to God, and God's going to be right there by his side. He know what he's doing. Because he got stories to tell, you know. He do. The Hermit in reverse. Yeah, he was seeking truth and, you know, praying to the wrong gods. If he was praying at all, is what I'm saying. He was looking for answers in the wrong places. And I'm just getting, I just got drugs again. The world, see? I can't show that for too long. You can look at it on the board. Oh. He probably was doing something. He ain't had no business, honey. Yeah, see? Ooh. Ooh. I don't like the way how my spread is looking because this sideways card got it. But we'll make it work. We will. Ooh. Ooh. And now maybe the financial loss is due to what he was doing out there in the world. And all of his woes that God done laid on his head, even though the woman was doing whatever, the mother was doing whatever she wasn't half as bad as what he was doing out there. She just wanted to be left alone, kind of, sort of. not be bothered with the kids so much and go do her own thing, which no, you had them, so you gotta be there. But him, on the other hand, he was out there, looked like he was cheating. That's what I'm saying, honey. He worried about it. He got a lot going on. A whole lot. He got a lot going on. So that's the answer. You know, and I already felt like that one was left behind because that's the one that God is going to need. And that's the one that God saw fit. This is going to be a story to be told. But that child is going to be kept up. 7 of coins. Yep. That's what I'm getting. This is new growth. I'm still getting Noah's Ark. This is a fresh start. He acknowledged just this one child out of that whole bunch. Don't think of the dad who did all of this. Think of it. Look at what God did. This is God's work, and all of it, this whole thing is God's work. So we need to start looking at it as just that. He's going to be okay, that young man, because God knows what he's doing. And I'm just getting that from just seeing nothing, even though I'm going to use this image. But let's just say that that's this young man here. This is a fresh start. This is him accessing this is a new, fresh beginning. Growth. New growth. A new start for this line. For his generation. Because the immediate has been wiped out. Like that. That's how I'm seeing this, guys. You got to start looking at stuff on a spiritual level, because that's what matters anyway. Stop looking at the flesh and look at the energies. That's the spirit of it. Okay? So I hope, you know, that should answer. You know, this is a family. He was trying to steer family strong and with no guidance whatsoever, especially from the right God anyway. The only God, if you ask me. But he didn't have no guidance. He was trying to do everything alone. And it was tearing his family apart at the same time. He wanted to crack the whip and be the one to control every scenario. Instead of allowing the wife a little bit of control, it drove her further away, creating that friction. No one can, you know, gain grasp of the kids because they're already fighting, going back and forth. You know, he's slapping up on her and stuff. And now the kids can keep that wedge placed in between them by playing them both against one another. Okay? Because that's the reason why he did that to his own kids, because they were playing both sides like that. One couldn't do nothing. Mom, Dad said, like that. Or vice versa. If mom said no, Dad, like that. And then now they're coming together. Why? You know, I told them that they could, you know, starting the fight all over again. That's how Satan works in our lives. And look what he just did. He won in this case, except for God replenished, because he can't destroy the complete. It's always one that comes out of the immediate family, like me, so to speak. Okay, they'll never get it, but it will be me. All right. So with all of that being said, I'm going to wrap this up, and I hope you enjoyed what you heard, and I hope that made sense to you guys. And don't forget, we got Friday coming up around the corner now. Go on and make your request. The post is already up. We need to hear from you. I'd like to, you know, and if not, I got something special for y'all. I thought I would just say this because I was going to do it yesterday, but I got busy, you know, with priorities. And I said, we'll keep it for Friday just in case I don't get any requests. Okay. So I got something coming up, and it's going to contain a few news pieces. Okay. We're going to do it like that. So guys, if you can do me a favor, hit that like button if you like what you heard. And if you are not new, you know, I mean, not new, but if you're not, you know, used to being on my channel and you are new, do me a huge favor. It's free. Hit that subscribe button. Now, if you're just going to go back and unsubscribe, never mind. Never mind. I want you to stay here. Because we be talking about a lot of stuff over here, honey. So, subscribe and bean it, okay? That'll do me fine. And to those, all of my subscribers, hey, y'all, and thank y'all for tuning in. And y'all keep loving on each other. Because you know that's what it takes. All of us got to keep loving on each other. Okay? All right. So, guys,